Top Fighter series. So far we've done Khorne Halfhand, and after getting all your feedback on that video, final answer, Khorne is tier 2. Long live the Halfhand. Next up, Syrio Forel.
Your dancing master.
Long story short, I've got him as a tier 1 fighter.
Now you are dead.
I'll explain why, but real quick. My friend Wei asked me if I'm still doing Game of Thrones videos nowadays, and to be clear, yeah, por supuesto, конечно, this channel will be at least 3/4 Game of Thrones videos for the next year. And I've got a good one for you in a couple days. I figured out Arya's endgame, 100% sure, it's solid. It was told to us all the way back in Season 1 and Book 1. If you want to get your prediction in on that video, hit me up on Twitter or Instagram today and let me know what you think her purpose is.
Now we will begin the dance.
Alright, Syrio Forel.
9 years, Syrio Forel was first sword to the Sealord of Bravos.
9 years, first sword of Bravos, and I say tier 1, but I hear you if you say tier 2. He was awesome as both a fighter, and more importantly, as a human. We don't have too much to judge him on, but let's look at two things. He was the first sword of Bravos, so what does that mean? And second, his swan song, the one on many fight. So first, his past.
9 years, Syrio Forel was first sword to the Sealord of Bravos.
So that proves that he was the best fighter in Bravos, right? Well, Syrio admitted that there were others stronger, faster, and younger, but he was the best, at least the best for that role, the first sword of Bravos, and it relates to this line here.
The seeing, the true seeing, that is the heart of swordplay.
So a different guy was the first sword of Bravos, the Sealord's right-hand man, similar to Areo Hotah in respect to Prince Doran Martell down in Dorne. The position is not just about fighting though. Fighting's important, but the role demands much more. It demands someone wise, someone with great perspective, someone who can't be manipulated. So the first sword of Bravos died, and accordingly, the Sealord conducted interviews for a new first sword. Many men were turned away, and no one knew why. The Sealord called in Syrio and showed Syrio a fat cat. The Sealord said it came from an island beyond the sunrise and asked, "Have you ever seen her like?" So the Sealord said her, implying that the cat was a girl, and also, that type of question steers the responder to think that the cat was something special. Why else would you ask? Have you ever seen her like? But Syrio saw the truth. He responded, "Each night in the alleys of Bravos, I see thousands like him." The Sealord laughed, and that day, Syrio was named the first sword. So what happened there? Did you catch it? The cat was not a girl. What curious small ears, all the other men said. But its ears had clearly been chewed away in kitten fights. It was plainly a tomcat, an ordinary cat, no more. It was a male. But the Sealord said her, so the men before Syrio saw the cat as a girl. They were manipulated by the Sealord's question, but not Syrio, since he's got the true seeing. Other men thought that the cat was unusually large, but it wasn't, only fat from indolence, since the Sealord fed it from his own table. The heart lies and the head plays tricks, but the eyes see true. Look with your eyes, hear with your ears, taste with your mouth, smell with your nose, feel with your skin. Then comes the thinking, afterward, and in that way, knowing the truth. So Syrio said there were other men, stronger, faster, and younger, but he sees true, you can't trick him. That skill was helpful as the first sword of Bravos, and that skill also saved Arya's life when Meryn Trant came to get her.
Your father wants to see you.
And why is it that Lord Eddard is sending Lannister men in place of his own? I am wondering.
Because let's be real, Sansa survived the monster that was Joffrey. But do you think that Arya would have survived her time with Joffrey had she been caught? No way. Arya was too young, too naive, too feisty. Arya would have met the same fate as Ned. So it's a good thing that Syrio realized what was up. But that skill, the true seeing, also translates to fighting. It allows him to be one step ahead of his foes, which is why Syrio agreed when Arya called him the finest swordsman in the city. Now let's look at his final fight. So Arya grew up in a castle. It's safe to assume that she has seen her fair share of men sparring, right? She can judge people's speed. Well, she notes that Syrio moved faster than any man she'd ever seen, which might be a function of the aforementioned skill, the sight.
Now we will begin the dance.
So Syrio was attacked by at least 3 at once, kind of like this guy, Dane, who everyone agrees is top tier. And at one point in the fight, 5 men were dead or dying. Syrio did this with a wooden sword. If you can fight even 2 trained men at a time, then you're probably a tier 2 fighter. If you can fight off 4 or more at a time, it's hard to say that you're not top tier. What do you guys think though? Tier 1 or tier 2? But if you say that our friendly neighborhood water dancer is anything less than 2, then shame on you. And yeah, I get it, styles make fights, so Dane, Selmy, or Jamie in plate and mail would smash Syrio. But regardless, I'm going with tier 1 based off of skill. Alright, that's it. The Arya Purpose video will be done in a couple days, and the final Bran Purpose video is targeted for next Wednesday. Here's a teaser. He's not the Night King, he's the Winged Wolf. I'll explain what that means, hit subscribe, and hit me up on Twitter or Instagram if you want to get in on videos. Alright, I'll catch you on the flip side.
You said right, but you went left.
My tongue lied. My eyes shouted the truth.
I watched, but you...
Watching is not seeing, dead girl.